Hello everyone, welcome back to more Minecraft. So today is finally the very first Secret Friday update. Really excited for this. So for those of you who might not know, the few of you that might have discovered this channel recently or maybe even during this stream, Secret Friday updates were a series of updates, as the name implies, that were done on Friday and in secret. So basically Notch added a bunch of new stuff that he never announced. Now of course we know what was added because we have the wiki nowadays, but yeah, back then it was quite a big deal. And honestly, I know that this is never gonna happen because, you know, Minecraft is all corporate now and all that bullshit, but I really wish that we had something like this again. Just the developers adding stuff for fun and not really announcing what they added. And this very first update added only two things, technically. A small secret and a big secret. Now, the big secret is rails and minecarts. I'm actually running low on iron. Oh, never mind. So I'm actually going to show you both of these. Rails and minecarts, because they do work slightly differently. So first of all, we have the minecart. Yes, the... Oh my god, I forgot about this texture. Yeah, this is the first minecart texture, by the way. This is official. No. Look at it. Notch, in his infinite wisdom, thought that this was a good minecart texture. I genuinely forgot this was a thing. Oh my god. Yes, beautiful texture. Hello, Neon Light, Rai, and Paul. Welcome back to the stream. Cat. Look at it. It's beautiful. This is honestly proof that Notch was drunk while coding this game half the freaking time. I mean, he himself admitted that he was drunk during some coding sessions. He just literally drew a oop, like a little V, I guess, in paint.net and called it a day. Like, yes, this is a perfect texture. Nothing wrong with this. By the way, this stayed in the game for a full week. Because the next update is June 24th, and this is June 18th. So an entire week, this texture was the minecart texture. Did he seriously think nobody will freaking discover this? Like, oh my god. And here's the rails. At least the rails look normal. There we go. I'm gonna make a few rails. So what I'm gonna be doing isn't actually what you might think. You might be thinking, oh, maybe I should use these rails to connect my... You know what, let's make another set. Use these rails to connect all of my different bases that I have so far. But no, that is not what I'm gonna be doing. Instead, I wanna make a mine. Because, think about it. I am out of diamonds. I need more diamonds. I need more iron. Now that we have rails, so we have something to actually use the iron on, other than tools. So I would like to have some sort of a mine operation going. The only thing I'm not sure about is, should I do it with one of the pre-existing caves, or should I just dig on the side of the mountain or something and make a mine shaft that way? I still haven't decided on that, but that's what I want to do today. Because last time we cleared out all of this, which was a pain in the ass, and now we have to do it again for this side, and then start building the castle, but yeah, I want to take a break from that. So let me know what you think, guys. In the meantime, I'm just gonna run around a little bit and see if there's maybe a natural farming tunnel or something I could use as a starting base or a starting point. Like maybe this. I don't know. Now this is too high up in the mountain. This would make better for something else, I guess. Let me climb down and we'll see what we can find around here. It's an eye patch. It's U-shaped, not up, or V-shaped. I think it's I guess it can go both ways. First we mine, then we cart. Yes. Oh, this looks good actually. Because I was thinking of putting it at the base of the castle. I think that would look pretty cool. So I could put it down here, because this is already gonna be sort of like the industrial section, because I'm gonna have the actual like village part over there, beyond that hill there. And I'm gonna have the port or the pier or the dock right over here, because right beyond this, there's an ocean. So I think it makes sense if this area here is actually the industrial zone, which is gonna have like the mine and maybe like a lumber mill and some other stuff like that. There's actually a lot of caves here, holy crap. Yeah, right here is the ocean, so I'm gonna build a dock here eventually. So yeah, I think I'm probably gonna put the entrance to the mine over there, or maybe over there. Is that a cave? Let's check it out. How are you going to do a castle? Yes, the mountain is gonna become a castle. I don't think you were here the past couple of streams, right? But I'm gonna put a castle up there. It's gonna look really cool. Ooh, let's see what this is. Okay, this is sort of an entrance, I guess. And this is not, okay. This could do. This could work. Let's see how this area looks. Hello, Firestorm. Welcome back to the stream. Okay, this could also work. Ah, yes, chunk cut off, my favorite. Or this. Oh, mushrooms. I could do like a very big mining operation and have all of these service entrances to a mine. I don't know. There's like a bunch of stuff I could do with this. But I think what's gonna look the best is this entrance right here. Because this is already sort of like a flat cliff. So I could probably do something with this. I am gonna need more logs though. Just remember it. Because I do want to make this actually look nice as well, not just be a random tunnel. The whole point is to make this part of the whole area that I'm working on. The new Thief VR game? Yes, I'm actually planning to get the Steam frame once it comes out and play the VR game. Hopefully it's gonna be good. I'm cautiously optimistic about it. The fact that they're using the Thief 4 or Thief 2014 logo is concerning. But at least they brought back Steven Russo, so that gives me a little bit of hope. Okay, hopefully there's gonna be enough logs. Probably won't be, but I'm kinda gonna need all of these. Everything new sucks. You do have a point, but then again, like, Thief in VR is something interesting, not gonna lie. I'm not big on VR, but I'm hoping that the Steam frame will be a good introduction to VR for me. I can actually justify buying it too, because I can play anything on my Steam library in VR with it. So in a way that justifies spending the money. Okay, so this is gonna be the entrance. Like so. I think I'm just gonna cover this area up. I would like to... Guess I'm gonna make another little base of operations down here. Want 2 smooth stone. Patch that up. We're gonna see how these minecarts work, because as I said, these minecarts actually can't even take this seriously. These minecarts work differently than they do in the regular game, you know, the way that we're used to. All right. I'm gonna clear this out a little bit. Frame is the Steam Frame is the most promising new Valve tech. Yes, I'm really excited for it. I'm definitely gonna be buying it. Absolutely. Actually, I'm gonna put the stuff over here. This is gonna be sort of like the entrance way. Let me pick this up. Could be expensive due to the current RAM prices, though. I mean, Valve have openly said that it's gonna be cheaper than the Steam Index, so I'm hoping that it's gonna be at most 850 euro. I don't care how much it is, I'm buying it anyway, but I have the money for it. I just hope that it won't be like overly overpriced. Like, for example, how the Steam Index was. That thing was ridiculous, like 1,000 euro for just a headset. Like, that's insane. Yeah, just one stone. Steam machine, I want to succeed, but it could be a failure. The Steam machine, I might get that as well, but I'm gonna get that in 2027. Because that's when I plan to upgrade my PC. And I really want to make the switch to Linux, but at the same time I want to do it as easily as possible. And getting a Steam machine is gonna be just that. So that's gonna be my PC upgrade. Place the minecart on a rail to see what it looks like. I will. Be patient. I still want to clear out this area first, before I start laying down the tracks. There's no point if you are coming from a PC. It's less modular and will likely be more outdated by then. I guess. Because otherwise I can't really justify buying that, because I already have a Steam Deck, which I'm going to be using at my parents' place, the quote-unquote vacation home. I'm going to buy like a docking station for that and a monitor and everything. So I'd already need a Steam machine for that. And here at home I have a PS3. And I feel like if I buy the Steam machine but I keep using my main desktop PC, then that's just like a glorified console pretty much. So yeah, the Steam controller I think I will buy though. And definitely the Steam frame. That one is a must for me. Also, welcome back to the stream, Mightyak. It's only as strong as a console. I mean, it's definitely stronger than my current PC setup, so it will still be an upgrade in a way for me, but yeah, I don't know. The only thing I know for certain is that I'm definitely buying the Steam frame. The Steam controller I'm probably also gonna buy at some point. And the Steam machine I'm least likely to buy. I would have bought the Steam machine if, for example, I was still on my old PC. But I'm not, so... we'll see. One thing at a time. I technically have the money saved up for all three things, but that's gonna be overkill. I don't really need all three of them. Oh, I already had furnaces here. Oh well. Oh, great, the sun is setting. I also need a better way to get up and down from here, but I'll think about that later. Slowly upgrade from where you are now, and you can always keep the old hardware around to get some files out of. No, I want it to look pretty, right? I'm gonna use stairs eventually when those get added. Okay, I want WAD. I want to make some chests. There we go. I like how I said I want this to look natural, and then I'm just doing this. Making it look less natural, if anything. Oh, crap, that was a mistake. Smelt that. And here we're gonna have another gateway, like this one. But it's gonna be short, it's gonna be thinner. Oh, actually, no, it will be the same. Never mind. Talking out of my ass. How tall is it? 3 blocks? Yes, okay. So this is sort of like an intermediary area where you can prepare some stuff, pretty much. And let me make 3 pickaxes. As a secondary objective for this stream, by the way, I want to find more diamonds, because I will be playing the next update, 624, on my own time to just duplicate some diamonds. Because it's a one-time dupe, so I know I said that I'm not going to use dupes or cheats or anything, but when it's a one-time thing, it's kind of okay in my book, honestly. Okay, there we go. And let's lay down some tracks. I'm gonna make them go outside a little bit. And eventually I'm gonna make them go over there. Actually, you know what? I think instead of... I am gonna dig this down all the way to bedrock and see if I can find some diamonds, but I also wanna... I think I will actually make a few more mine entrances. Like maybe here, definitely over there. And I wanna like connect them eventually all into like one central area, maybe down there somewhere, and build... That jump scared me. And build something over here. Some sort of a mining outpost or a stone worker facility, something. I don't know, we'll see. And yeah, here's how the minecart... So the minecart looks normal at first, but if you right-click on it, it's literally a chest and a minecart. And if you put stuff in it, it will start filling up with... Like, actually visibly filling up with, well, stuff. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh my god. These mobs are insane. But yeah, the more stuff I put here, the more this pile, I guess you can call it, will grow. And a bit of a fun fact, fun historical fact, this texture, this pile that grows, can actually be found in the minecart model as late as, I think, like 1.12 or something. I think this was changed around the time when they started using JSON files for models rather than the, you know, in-game code model system, whatever it is. So that's kind of interesting there. If you like clip into a minecart in most older versions, you're gonna see this texture there. And that's a leftover from this version, pretty much, which is quite nice. So yeah, in this version we don't use minecarts to transport ourselves. God, these spiders. We use minecarts to transport goods and whatnot. Of course, it's kind of pointless for a mine, ironically enough, because there's no way to push it upwards. There's no furnace minecarts, there's no powered rails or anything like that yet. You can't even use the, like, little glitchy minecart boosters, where you have, like, a minecart on one side of your current minecart that, like, makes it go up and, like, pushes it. Even that doesn't exist yet, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah, these are kind of useless, honestly. They're kind of pointless. Currently, at least. Okay, and I think having this a 3x3 is fine. Okay, I'm gonna use this, though, as my main quarry to get more cobblestone. If I happen to run out, and I inevitably will run out, so this will be my main quarry. So that's another reason why I'm building this right now. I have to go upstairs to get more iron. I think this is Maybe, yeah, this is too tall. Okay, let's make some smooth stone. So this is the Secret Friday update in IFTev. Yes, Paul. There's actually 2 of them. This is the first one. There is another one that we'll be playing, I think, next time, actually. Please don't dupe. As soon as you cheat, it's a slippery slope down, and then you have to repeat. You have a repeat of the polyworld. I know, but Diamond 2s are literally awful here. Like, they're not as bad as in dev, where they're literally useless, but they're still pretty bad. So I feel like it's justified, hahaha. I think it's around alpha 1.0.1 maybe, or 1.0.4 or something like that, when Diamond 2s actually become useful. AKA they have 1024 durability, but until then it's gonna be a pain in the ass. Okay, one more. I think that's good. Actually, let me replace these as well. And my shovel broke. Great. Again, as a U or V-shaped minecart, then placed on a rail, it's a minecart with chest space. Apparently, this unused layer texture was in the model until 1.18. Holy crap, that's... I was not expecting that. I thought it was changed around 1.13. You have old InfDev chunks with plenty of diamonds. You can live with some mining, but put bluntly. I don't want to do off-camera mining though. I don't really have that time anymore. Like, I barely do anything off-camera. The only off-camera work that I've done so far, literally, in this entire playthrough, by the way, was I dug out 2 more layers of the mountain. Because if you recall, when the last stream ended, I said that I would do it, and I did do it. And that was another additional hour of work. That's the only off-camera stuff that I did. So everything else that you've seen, that I've played in this world so far, has been on camera. I haven't done anything else off camera. I don't want this. Oh my god, these stupid spiders, dude! You know what, let me go upstairs to get both food and more iron. Can do it on stream. That's boring, though. I'm gonna try to do my best to actually do some building on stream. Today is a mining episode, though, mostly because of the minecarts. But next time we're actually gonna start building the castle here. At least the first section of it. Yes, daylight. Thank the Lord. Come on, burn up. Okay, where do I keep... Oh, it's up here. Okay, here's some iron. Grab my meat. Ha 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 ha. Mature joke. Gonna have to cook it downstairs. Okay, I will hold on to this because I want to use it for filling up holes and stuff. Is this important? No. But it is funny. Ooh, 6 string. How did that happen? Oh right, a bunch of spiders ambushed me. I have dementia, I'm sorry. Alright, let's keep digging. We're actually above sea level right now, I'm pretty sure. There's no coordinates in the F3 screen yet, but yeah, we're slightly above sea level. You can tell where is sea level because there's always water. Like that's how these older versions were coded. Water can only appear at or below sea level. And in fact, I think it's even simpler than that. I think that literally every time there's blocks at or beneath sea level, it's always water, I'm pretty sure. So you literally cannot have areas beneath sea level that are not water. I'm also going to be laying down these tracks. Don't forget that. And I'm spacing out my torches 2 blocks every time. Okay, that's fine. This game is so dark. Like it became a lot brighter with beta 1.8 and the addition of the light maps and the brightness slider. Because not only is there a brightness slider, but in general the game is a lot brighter. By about 20%. Even when you put your when you set your brightness to Muji in beta 1.8 and later versions, that's still 20% brighter than the default brightness basically of pre-beta 1.8, pre-light maps. There goes my first pickaxe. Torch time. Rail time. And I think if we finish this, and we probably will, within... Oh wow, it's been half an hour already? Jesus Christ. Maybe we might not finish this. But if we finish this on time, we might actually go exploring again, go caving. Because I want to find more diamonds. I don't want to keep working with these crummy iron tools. Okay, let me use this. Want this to look clean. No torch yet. The next level. I really wish I had coordinates. Gotta wait until Alpha 1.2 for those. Can't believe that I'm actually spending so much time in InfDev. I've never spent this much time in InfDev, for the record. Even during the Polyworld, I pretty much rushed through InfDev. I think I spent more time in InDev than InfDev during the initial Polyworld that I did. I did not stream the Polyworld before 1.0. I played all of that in my own time. I just did the world tours. But yeah, InfDev zoomed on by, but probably because... Actually, I think in the Polyworld I had like around the same playtime as I do right now. I was playing for about 1 to 2 hours per day. but I was playing on a daily basis. Maybe that's why it feels like it went by much quicker. But I'm playing this weekly. It definitely feels like I'm spending more time in InfDev, even though technically it's playtime-wise it's pretty much the same, I think. But I do have much bigger plans this time around, which is nice. It's 1:30 p.m. EST where I'm at. What time is Method's time zone? Right now it's 7:30 p.m. for me, so I'm 6 hours ahead. Central European time is my time zone, for the record. Hello, Skyscraper and Alex, and also Potato. Welcome back to the stream. I have been looking for a bit. I have managed the impossible. What did you manage this time? Did you manage to fix the InfDev Plus memory leak? Oh my god. I don't think it's even a memory leak, honestly. I think it's just really bad usage of the access aligned bounding box pool. I'm gonna completely rework that. Apparently 1.7 actually ditches the AABB pool. So I'm gonna look into that, and if not, then at the very least I will rethink my strategy of abusing the bounding box expansion so much. Because I use it for a bunch of like methods that essentially check, is the player in a cactus? Is the player standing on magma? And all that stuff. Which is slowly but surely adding up, so at the very least I'm gonna rework those methods into something more or less impactful, I guess. I don't know. I'm having fun playing modern Minecraft. Holy crap. I cannot believe what I'm reading. How can anyone have fun playing modern Minecraft? I'm just kidding. Modern Minecraft is definitely more fun than this. Because there's more to do for non-builders like me. Because beyond caving and building, there isn't really much you can do in InfDev. I guess you could explore terrain, but as cool as the terrain is, it's just terrain. There's no like incentive to explore it other than be like, oh wow, that looks cool. Okay, iron, that's good. I'm not particularly running low on iron, but I could always use more. And the veins are still big, so as long as I can find a single diamond ore vein, that's gonna be great, because I'm gonna dupe that during 624. And I can have... Because I think a single ore vein could go up to like half a stack of diamonds, so I can basically double it to a full stack. Which is gonna last me at least until Alpha 1.0.5 or so, I would say. Even though I burned through all of my diamonds during a single stream last time, but... it is what it is. Crap. Copper tools may be kind of pointless, but I actually like them. I still prefer the way I did my copper tools, making them an actual, like, required tier. Like, yeah, they're not, like, completely useless in modern Minecraft, but I still feel like they could have been so much more. They could have either been an actual required tier, or at the very least, they could have added some special properties to them. Like, maybe the more you use them, the better they become as they get oxidized. Because if they become worse, that sort of defeats the purpose, but... something like that would have been interesting. Or especially the armor. If they made the armor basically work like the old armor system in from these versions, where it has like full defense when you equip it, it has like as much defense as a diamond set, but the more it gets damaged, the less it protects you. That would have been very interesting, I think. It would have actually made it viable in the early game. So I just wish that Mojang did a bit more with the copper tools. They literally just copy-pasted the iron tools and made them a little bit weaker and called it a day. They didn't even make them required. Can honestly say that for a lot of things with modern Minecraft. There's a lot of good ideas, but I feel like the execution could have been more expanded upon, pretty much. I mean, I know I mentioned this every stream, but that's literally what I'm doing with InfDev Plus, so... Yeah, like, I just wish that Mojang did more with their ideas. It's not a memory leak, just a very deliberate usage of an exorbitant amount of RAM, yes. I went exploring and I saw your point about all the terrain being the same. I'm having fun caving and working on making my house. Just a chill casual playthrough. I'm on day 77 and have no diamonds. How did you play 77 days? Holy crap. Usually, if I play casually the way you do, I get burned around day 10 or 15, 20 at most. I don't care about that. Hello, Jonas. Welcome back to the stream. Copper armor is nice, at least, since copper is much more common than iron and especially leather. Yeah, copper armor honestly completely made leather useless, and stone tools as well. I feel like. I mean, leather was always the weakest. About the only saving grace for leather is the fact that you can dye it, which is why I also added that to InfDev Plus recently, but that's about the only positive I can think of when it comes to leather armor. Otherwise, there's no incentive to actually use it for anything. And now that we have copper armor in the game, there's even less incentive to actually use leather. One, two, three. This is another world that I updated from 1.19. Okay, that explains then. I randomly decided to play it again. So that's 77 days over 3 real-life years. Okay, that's a bit more understandable. I wonder how many days I've spent, like in-game days in this. Because it doesn't really have a day counter yet. I could calculate it. I actually saw someone posted this on... It wasn't about day count, necessarily. But you could also apply the same trick for calculating day count. But I saw someone on the Golden Age subreddit recently posted how can they figure out how many hours they played in a single world. Because MochiMC doesn't really help because it tracks for the entire instance and not just a single world. And someone told them, oh, you can calculate it easily by checking the world elapsed time variable from in NBT. So you can do the same thing with calculating days as well. So I'm actually going to do that at the end of InfDev, I think, to see how many in-game days I've actually spent in InfDev. Now, imagine if it's actually 100. That'll be hilarious. I accidentally made a 100 days thing. Another way to calculate it would also be to just take the streams, because each stream is about 2 hours long. Each full day in Minecraft is 20 minutes, so you could calculate it that way as well. But that wouldn't be as accurate because, again, I did spend an hour off camera last time. And I might spend more time off camera. We'll see. Depends on how I'm feeling, pretty much. Ooh, there's a cave here. This could be useful. I'm actually gonna keep going, but I will keep this cave in mind. I do want to explore it once the mineshaft is done. I'm just gonna get this coal, though. I'm addicted to mining coal. It's just so satisfying, I don't know why. I'm kind of like the master caver, really, in this regard. I just love mining for the sake of mining. Even when I don't need the resources, I still mine them. Hello, Redbot. I really don't care about FNAF, I'm sorry. I never did and I never will. It's just not my thing. Iron. Very nice. Don't Minecraft saves keep track of how many ticks have passed? Yeah, pretty much. That's what I was referring to. And I think that's a long, so it can technically overflow, but it would take like literally like hundreds of years, I think, to overflow. And now I'm already lost. This okay, here we are. Let me just grab this coal. I'm still annoyed that clay can be smelted into bricks in a blast furnace. Yeah, that doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to me. Like, my blast furnaces, the way I made them is literally... You can smelt anything but cook food in them. So you can smelt sand into glass, you can smelt bricks, you can smelt ores, obviously. You just can't cook food. And I find that that works well enough. Okay, I will keep this opening here, because I do want to explore that. Hopefully find some diamonds, and not get lost. That'll be a catastrophe if I get lost now. It is easy to get lost. On the surface, it's not as easy, I would say. Especially in the older versions, because even though everything looks the same, there's no, like, biomes or anything, the terrain is so varied that usually I don't really have trouble getting lost in these older versions. But in caves, yeah. Caves are essentially just tunnels underground. If anything, I find it easier to get lost in the overworld in the newer versions, just because of the terrain. Because again, I've been on this rant several times. It almost feels like I do this rant every stream, but the modern terrain that was introduced in 1.18 just makes everything look the same, pretty much, to me. Okay, and you know what? I'm actually gonna put all of my cobblestone in these chests here. Because this is gonna be my mining operation after all. So I'm going to spend a little bit of time right now to just transfer everything down here. All of the cobblestone, at least, that I've mined during the last stream will be transferred. I'm actually gonna deposit everything in a chest and just fill up my inventory with cobblestone and do this several times. I'm pretty sure I have 2 double chests worth, or maybe even less than that. Blast furnaces only being for ores is annoying and makes them sort of useless in a lot of ways. I agree. Again, that's why I did the way I did in my mod. I literally just added a check that checks if the item that you put in the smelting slot is a food item. If it is, it doesn't accept it. Otherwise, it accepts anything, pretty much. It was very easy to code. I guess I'll put this here as well. Why not? I'll just dump everything here, except the logs. The logs will go there. And I guess the ore as well can go here. Oh, wow, I have even more cobblestone here. Okay, I have a lot more cobblestone than I thought. Let's just put everything in here. Absolutely everything. Almost exactly enough space. Nice. And grab all of this cobble. I can't wait until stairs get introduced. I know that stairs are kind of glitchy. Oh, I had some stone here. I know that stairs are very glitchy. when they get added, and they weren't fixed until I think either Alpha 1.2 or maybe even Beta 1.8. I don't know. But I think Alpha 1.2 they were fixed. Because in Alpha 1.2 they were made to actually face the direction that you're facing when you place them, which is really nice. But until then, they just did whatever. I think they faced the direction based on their neighbors, pretty much on neighbor blocks, which is really stupid. Thanks, Notch. But even still, I am excited for stairs, because it's going to give me more building opportunities and also make nicer looking staircases. Because slabs, you have to space them out quite a lot in order to have them work as stairs. Fun fact, Notch actually openly stated that he thinks that adding slabs was actually a mistake. He actually regrets adding slabs to the game. I really wish I had shift clicking. If I had shift clicking, this would be so much quicker and easier. Or better yet, the deposit all button that I have in my mod. Again, I just miss all of these quality of life features. I am surprisingly still having fun with this. A lot more than I would have normally if I was doing it on a daily basis. But the lack of quality of life really gets to me sometimes. Okay, let's do this again. Actually, can I use my crafting slots to carry items? I know that that's a thing in some alpha versions, but I don't remember if it's a thing in this version. I'm gonna try it out. Because that's 4 extra inventory slots if that's the case. Did he say the reason why? I don't think so. I don't remember. Okay, let me see if I can do this. Nope. I think that's an alpha thing. Oh well. No, Paul. I'm gonna be building the castle next time. This time I'm gonna be focusing on caving and mining. I was also gonna goof around with the minecarts, but there isn't really much to goof around with those. Again, as I said earlier, they're not really very useful, honestly. In their current form. Ooh. Hello, Robotnik. Long time no see. I've been better, honestly, but I have been a lot worse as well. So I guess I'm doing fine. I work full-time now, so that's fun. I get paid and I don't even know what to do with most of my money because I just already have almost all the the games that I ever wanted, so I'm just hoarding the money basically for a rainy day. I'm planning to use it on traveling though. I'll be traveling to Portugal next year and maybe somewhere else as well. I want to see Europe and the rest of the world in general, but especially Europe. Because it's the closest and the easiest to travel to due to Schengen and all that. All the good stuff. Full-time work is crazy. Oh, you also work full-time now? I thought you were going to university. I'm also just hoarding the money. Well, I also want to travel. I think that's normal for a lot of young people. They just want to see the world, you know? See what's out there. Oh my god, can you stop? Jesus Christ, this UI. I really do find it annoying that food doesn't stack, because I could just kill all of these pigs, get all of their food, but then I would have to fill up an entire double chest worth of the stuff. And I don't really have that storage anymore. Haha. Oh my god. All this meat on the ground. I should pick it up. I believe that is called saving. I know. I think hoarding sounds funnier. I'm hoarding money. Haha, I'm so greedy. Ha. Oh wow, I'm actually gonna need to bring the chest down here as well. This is insane. Well, safe to say, I definitely have enough cobblestone for the castle, guys. I'm probably gonna have enough for all the houses as well at this point. Okay, let me go upstairs and bring some of the chests with me as well. Oh, I love this broken Pathfinder in these Infinite versions. Bro is playing on his Neverload. Hello, Mazov. I'm surprised to see you here. Welcome. I work full-time temporarily until I continue my studies. Okay, that makes sense. 2 years of work experience. That's pretty good. That's more than me, ironically enough. I haven't had a full year experience at the current company I work in. And I haven't even had 2 years overall. Oh, actually, I think I had... No, I haven't. I had 9 months experience in my last workplace and 7 or 8 months during my current work, in my current workplace. So yeah, I actually have less than you. Okay, let me pick all of this up. I'm gonna move the dirt over here. This is gonna be my dirt and food chest, apparently. Until further notice. Give me this. Crapplestone, yes. So greedy, I'm stealing money from my company and giving only free work in return. So true. We should all be working for free, you know? Oh, here's more pork. Someone take his money from him for his own good. He's too attached to it, and taking it away will heal him. I should give all my money to Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk. Okay, will this work? No, of course not. Thanks, Notch. Have to do it like this. Ugh. Okay, well. Third double chest of cobblestone. Let's go. I died and lost 30 levels. What a noob. Chat, let's all laugh at Potato for being a noob. I'm just kidding, by the way. Are you playing with keep inventory on? If that's the case, I will actually laugh at you. This infdev is so crappy, but I love it for that. Yeah. It's been a challenge, honestly, to play this sometimes. Mostly because I said this earlier, but mostly my challenges come from just not having any quality of life, pretty much. It has been kind of fun, but the lack of quality of life features really gets to me. I miss my shift clicking, man. Shift clicking would have made this process so much quicker. I'm also gonna transfer the dirt to this other chest, and I'll grab this double chest and bring it down as well. I might have to sacrifice some of this food to do that though, but that's fine. Just eat this. Okay, 2 rows, I have exactly enough, I think. I don't remember if I had 1 or 2 free rows. Oh man, it's not gonna be enough. Crap! Guess I'll move the food to one of the upper chests. And let's do that. Because I'm gonna need this food eventually. You know what? I think it's quicker if I just do this. Yeah, a little bit quicker. Thanks, Notch. Gotta love this man. Actually, I think this will waste one of the... Oh, it actually didn't! What the hell, Notch? How come this is not a bug now and it becomes a bug later? What the hell? Oh, that's funny. I shouldn't laugh though, because I also introduced bugs during the code cleanup. It's inevitable. It's just part of programming. You clean up one thing and then you introduce a bunch of new bugs in the process. I'm sure Robotnik here in the chat will know what I'm talking about and agree. Oh, Jesus! Okay, abort mission, abort mission. So, I was right there and these guys just spawned in like 2 meters away. What the hell is this? Oh my god, they're so persistent as well. Oh my god. I'm almost tempted to just switch to peaceful. Just pull a soybean and switch to peaceful, honestly. Haha, noob. Okay, let me try to get them to actually fall. That'll be hilarious. I hate creepers so much. You know what? Block this off. I don't want any unwanted visitors. I don't think these guys will have despawned, though, by the time I get back. God, I have so much cobblestone. And I'm about to get even more. And it's been an hour already. I don't think I'm even gonna have time to explore that cave at this rate. Okay, hold on. Let me catch up with chat real quick. Career change, career swap. I just died close to my house. I play with destroy inventory. If you die, you lose it all. I play the real hardcore. If you die in the game, you die in real life. So I could get all my stuff back. You also don't lose levels if you died with keep inventory. Ah, okay. You can make InfDev plus light, which is just InfDev but with quality of life and nothing else new. That's basically InfDev plus 0.1. Imagine if InfDev plus was just InfDev with extras. Crazy timeline we live in, yes. I'm still considering changing the name, I just don't know to what. Cleaning up is more like flipping it 360 degrees and expecting it's completely fine afterwards, yes. Yeah, like I was cleaning up the container stuff and then all of a sudden people were reporting like, oh, my game crashes if I shift click like an item that isn't a block in the stone cutter. And that's because I added shift click support, but I completely forgot to add a safety check if you shift click a item, basically a non-block item with an IG of over 4095. It's gonna take forever, but I'm willing to do it for justice. I just noticed something interesting about the creeper flashing while I was doing that. I don't know if you guys noticed, but the white flashing was sort of like semi-transparent. And that was eventually changed. I don't know in which version. It was made to be completely white. And then in InfDev Plus, I changed it back to be semi-transparent. Mostly as a side effect, though. Because I cleaned up the, like, colored overlay of the various mobs. To be a bit cleaner, and as a result, it's like semi-transparent. So that's interesting, that it was actually like this before, and then Notch changed it for whatever reason. He changed a lot of stuff for seemingly no reason. Okay, I'm not gonna grab the dirt, honestly. I don't really need scrap. I do need the food. I do need the wood. I do need the sticks and the coal. Okay, that's good. There we go, we're finally done. Excellent. Oh wait, I forgot to pick up the chests. Let me do that. Hey look, the axe actually works on the chest. How come it doesn't work on the crafting table, Notch? Goddamn maniac. Ow. Ow. I feel like most of the damage that I've taken in this game is just fall damage. There we go. Not the prettiest looking setup, but it'll do. Okay, let's keep mining. I want to finish this today. Dying in-game activates my gamer electric chair. Yes, I need that. That's how you make real gamers. Flash is quicker and quicker. It's so cool. Yeah. Oh, you do have tools. Yeah, of course I have tools. I was just temporarily transferring all my cobblestone down here. This is episode 9, not episode 1, Robotnik. Was wondering why you were just hauling 10 tons of stone without any tools. It was the fastest way. Apparently I have almost 3 double chests worth of the stuff. And I think it will definitely become 3 double chests by the time this stream is done. Hello, Leo, or Lion, Resistance Lion. I recognize you from Seecret streams. Welcome to the stream. Okay, I should, like, revert that. or swap that. There we go. The sword is obviously the best for the crafting table, since it's an enemy. Yes. This is some kind of series where you torture yourself. No. Even though it might seem that way, this is not the poly world. It's supposed to be better. With it being Inf-Dev and all. No, this is just my forever world. It's basically what the poly world should have been, but it ended up becoming a chore. Hopefully this won't end up that way. That is why I'm only doing it once per week. I'm taking my time, and I won't be doing any cheats or glitches or dupes, with potentially the exception of 624, because 624 is a single-time dupe. In case you didn't know, in 624 there's a new world format, and your inventory saves and carries over into the next version, but your chunks do not. So what you can do is you can load... you can put all your diamonds, let's say, in a chest, then load that world in 624, take out the diamonds, and then load it in 625, and the diamonds will be both in your inventory and in the chest. But it only works once. Because you can only update once, obviously. So I'm planning to do that, just because it's a single-time dupe. I'm never going to be able to do it ever again. So I think that's fine. Especially considering the diamonds are still absurdly rare here. And diamond tools aren't even that great. They only have 512 durability. Hello, Matt. Welcome back to the stream. Oh, Polar Bear or Matty. I don't know what you want to call. What you want to be called. I'm just gonna call you Matty for now, if that's okay. He backed out. He was scared. Oh no. Should I be worried? Better than the Polyworld? That's like saying better than Craftology. I mean, we don't speak about Craftology. Don't mention that, because people are gonna start asking again, oh, what happened to Craftology? Where's Craftology? When's the next episode? Accept it. No more Craftology. Never. Ever. Ever. Call me Matty, okay? Okay, I'll call you Matty. Oh, Matty? Matty. I think it's supposed to be pronounced Matty. I do remember you're Mexican. I don't know how that's pronounced in Mexican. Crap. I'm gonna need more torches. That's why I bought the coal. There we go. I should have bought the stone down here. Oh well. Make a sign spawner. No. Sign spawner is important. What's Craftology? That would be an interesting name for a mod. Wait, do you... Is that a genuine question, Potato? Oh, okay. Just pretending that it's not real. Oh, just Matt. Remember InfDev Plus? Rename InfDev Plus to Craftology. Someone actually unironically suggested that, by the way. Oh, there's Bedrock. We made it. We actually made it. Holy crap. And it's the randomized Bedrock as well. It's not just a single layer like in InDev. Craftology Plus. I don't care about the sign spawner, dude. I'm sorry. This is not I'm not trying to 100% the game again or get all the unobtainables or whatever. I'm just trying to play the game, you know? And have fun. Okay, I think I made too many rails. Let me just keep digging for a little bit. Just to place these down. I'm actually digging in the opposite direction, but it should still be... Actually, this is good. Because I'm not gonna be generating new chunks because I'm digging in the opposite direction towards spawn, but it's still positive chunks. So I have good chances of actually finding diamonds and stuff down here. Bedrock Edition reference in InfDev. He lost chunks in 625-2. He will probably have sign spawners anyway. That is true, yeah. I'm definitely planning to find a dungeon in 625-2, which is gonna be next time. There is a mod called Voxels in Time that is like Craftology. Voxels in... I don't know why you covered it like for Craftology, but okay. But yeah, Voxels in Time is made by Sith. A really good mod, you should check it out. It's a very interesting premise. Basically, it allows you to play any version of Minecraft in a single instance. And it has some unique like mod content as well that you can turn off if you really hate fun. But it is a neat little concept. I do like it. Okay, I will be patching up these holes with cobblestone though, because I don't care enough. I'm just gonna keep going until I run out of rails and hopefully find some diamonds, and if not, then we're gonna do some caving. So hopefully this won't take longer than 20 minutes. And that'll be it for this episode. Next time we're definitely gonna start building the castle, I promise. I bet you guys definitely want to see me build stuff, because I suck at building, so it's gonna be interesting. Eventually I have to clear out the second hill as well, because the castle is gonna have 2 parts. 2 wings. If I want to be fancy. And then you dig up to find out that one other bedrock will obstruct your railway, so you need to rebuild 100 plus blocks of it just to fix that. No, that's not gonna happen. The highest bedrock isn't that rare. As you can see, it's fairly common. At least Notch didn't fuck that up. Yes! Oh my god, finally. More diamonds. I don't care, Rai. If you're still here, Rai, I'm sorry, but I'm duping these bad boys. Absolutely gonna dupe them in 624. Oh my god, that's painful. Oh my god, ow. In case you missed it, this version has a really annoying bug where if you dig out the last block with your pickaxe, it won't drop. That hurts my soul. That literally hurts me on a spiritual level. My day is ruined, guys. Can we have some F's in chat for that diamond? How did Notch fuck that up, though? Dude, it's been ages since I fixed that in InfDev Plus. I don't remember. Oh. Let me put this here. I'm actually glad that I keep digging the tunnel in that case, because I did find diamonds. That was my goal. But sadly, I have to... I forgot my iron. If the pickaxe survived just one extra block, I would have actually been able to make a diamond pickaxe right off the bat. Now I have to make an iron pickaxe. Ugh. This sucks. Does it break first and then check? I don't remember. Like, I genuinely don't remember. I fixed this. It was one of the very first things that I fixed in InfDev Plus, and that was over 2 years ago. InfDev Plus actually turned 2 years old in June this year, which is crazy to think about, because it only feels like it's been a year. Okay, here's my iron. I'm gonna take all of it. Why not? Make a pickaxe, just one. Some torches. Let's head down. Get the rest of those diamonds, hell yeah. Also, I'm surprised that YouTube is not censoring the word fuck. Maybe because my channel is not monetized. And YouTube just doesn't care. Use a stone pickaxe. No. Yeah, that's fair, Robotnik. I want to play InfDev Plus and I don't have time to play it, so... Because I'm focusing on the cleanup, but I am planning to do a playthrough after the cleanup is done. For sure. I did a playthrough of InDev Plus, a second playthrough, recently, because I did the whole portals thing, and I enjoyed it a lot. The portals were the best thing that I ever did for that mod. Because they actually make it a balanced gameplay experience and not just, oh, let me just go to a caves world and get 5 million diamonds on my first day because I can just click a button. Or, oh, I am about to die. Let me just go to a different world, heal up, and then come back. Like, that was such a flawed system. I'm so glad that I changed that. Okay, that was not as big as I was hoping for, but still, that's 17 diamonds. It would have been 17. 16 diamonds, though. Pretty good. Hopefully I find more, so I can dupe them. The more I have, the better. Looks so cool, though. I actually fixed performance recently, so I'm actually okay with people recommending the mod now. Because before, like, there was such terrible chunk stuttering when you were generating new chunks that I was honestly like, please, nobody recommend this mod right now. It's not in a playable state. But now that I fixed that, I'm actually fine with people recommending it. InfDev plus. Not a random 2x1 hole in the ceiling. What? Oh, great. There is lava down here, though. Gotta watch out for that. That's annoying. This is the problem with strip mining. Lava. Water as well, but mostly lava, because at least, even though water is fast and it would just break your rails and... Oh, fuck's sake. Break your rails and torches. At least it's a lot easier and quicker to clear. Because it's not dangerous! Oh my god! Whew. Oh, great. I can see from that it's a relatively sizable lake. This is gonna suck. Ah, a torch actually clears the lava. That's funny. Oh, for fuck's sake. Come on. Come on, dude. My dear lord. How am I supposed to do this? Oh, bloody hell. Keep in mind, I don't even have sneaking yet. Oh, I ate food by accident. Wait. Oh my god. You know what? Honestly, I think I'm just gonna stop the tunnel here. Let's just say there was a cave in here, okay? There was just a cave in. There. Screw that. I don't want to deal with that right now. Let's just go caving instead. It's gonna be a lot more fun than this. I'm gonna make a diamond pickaxe and store the rest of my diamonds up there. Minecraft and MS-DOS. I'm pretty sure that's impossible. Someone will have to make it from scratch and make it like extremely simple. Lava will burn you and you'll be on fire for like 30 seconds. Yeah, I remember that. Cave in. Done. Low building. Yes. Yeah, I mean, I should like finish it eventually. Because I do have more rails here that I don't know. I don't know what to do with. But for the time being, yeah. Okay, let me make a diamond pickaxe. I'm actually gonna store my rails and my diamonds up there. I feel like they're gonna be safer up there. Then let's go caving. Eventually, I do want to make like a bunch of train stations and like a railway system as well, going between the various bases that I have so far. That's like a massive project for probably, I'll probably be working on that around beta, I would say. Or maybe like alpha 1.2. Okay, I'm just gonna put this here. I do wanna smelt this. Yeah, see? This is how stairs work as well. The orientation depends on the neighboring blocks rather than where you are actually facing, which is really annoying and makes no sense, but whatever. Alright. I think that's... Oh, yeah, also the diamonds. Duh. That's what I came up here for. Oh, and also water bucket. Just in case. Alright, let's go caving. My favorite pastime. I want to find more diamonds so I can dupe them. That's a lot of creepers. Let's snipe them. God, I hate these. This bow is useless. Yeah, let's just get them with the sword. Can't wait until beta 1.8. And apparently people hate the beta 1.8 bow. Why? It's actually usable. You can actually aim with it and stuff. That was a failure. Let's get this guy. Hiya. Ooh. I should keep that. Oh, great. Now you're gonna make me go all the way back up just to store the gunpowder. Great. And now watch. I'm gonna go up there, store the gunpowder, come down here, and there's gonna be more creepers that I'm gonna kill, get gunpowder, go up, store it, come back down. It's like the Sisyphus story, the Sisyphus meme. Except it's not, because it's not gonna be endless night, thankfully. But still. And we have more nighttime left. When will you clean up InfDev Plus so much it doesn't use Java anymore? That's something that unironically PNP pitched recently. He's been working on porting certain beta versions to C#, and he was like, I can port InfDev Plus to C#. But then when I started doing the cleanup and I started using lambdas for options and other like crazy stuff, he was like, I'm not porting this anymore because there's a lot of rewriting I have to do. So never, to answer your question. But it was like unironically actually being considered at one point. Also, you know what's gonna be cool? Let's just push this minecart down. Add to the lore. Whee! Look at it go. Holy crap, it's actually picking up speed. That's cool. Okay, and here's that cave entrance. Let's explore. But first I want to catch up with the chat. Make decorative trains. I'm not very good at building vehicles. I'm gonna make train stations, but it's just gonna be minecarts and rails. Because it is supposed to be usable, you know? Not just decoration, but it is also supposed to be a quick way to get get around. Did not know how to get player rotation. Honestly, probably not. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the reason. He needs it for signs. What the hell then, Notch? Why didn't you change the furnaces sooner? It was just lazy, yeah. He was lazy to copy-paste code, apparently. Pre-beta bow is useless. Or pre-adventure, yes. One must imagine method happy, yes. What if I ported to C#? Be my guest. I'm not opposed to it. But I doubt you'll be successful, I'm sorry. Because it is a lot. Like, the cleanup itself, it took me 7 months to clean up the client. And that's only the client. That's just pretty much boils down to rendering, particles, and options, and like other client-specific stuff. I'm currently doing the core, and that's gonna take probably like a year at this point. If you do then change asses, then you have your own game. Yeah, that was honestly the plan. If P&P would have done that, if he would have ported the entire mod to C#, and then Mazov would have changed all the textures to be similar, but also different, you know, like also kind of our own textures, that would have been great. We actually would have been able to release it as a paid game, but sadly, I don't think that's ever gonna happen. I'm fine with it being a mod and everything, it's just that it would have been nice to make it more its own thing. But I am going to be working on my own game eventually. TM. Trademark. So I'm not too crazy about making InfDev Plus a game. How hard can it be? What? I don't even know what a transpiler is. So that's impressive. I obviously know what a compiler is. Transpiler must exist for Java to C#. Is a transpiler basically a tool or a program that like automatically ports code from one language to another? Or like rewrites it or something? Proper voxel game on the market. There's several, dude. Robotnik. Have you been living under a rock? There's Hightail. Hightail is back. A lot of people are hyped for that. There's Alumeria. That one is gonna be on Steam. I actually have it wishlisted. I'm gonna be playing that on Steam. Actually, Mazov, I don't know if she's still in the stream, but she got early access to that game. She's been playing it and having fun. There's a Vintage Story, which is also pretty good. And there's also Voima, which is a very weird game that you play as a bear for some reason. But that's also a voxel-based game. So there's quite a few that are out on the market right now that are giving Minecraft a run for its money, honestly. Especially because ever since Mojang doubled down on the whole drop system, people have been losing interest in the game, and fair enough. Like, these drops are underwhelming, honestly. Like, they're not bad, but I would honestly prefer to wait over a year for a big update rather than have like 4 very small, insignificant content updates every year. Would be so cool to have a proper voxel game. InfDev Plus would make for a really good game. I can't really judge that, honestly, because I am like thinking about game design whenever I add stuff, of course, but I haven't actually played the mod for myself. I do know there are some issues with it still that I need to resolve, like gameplay, game design issues, but I really need to actually play the mod to get a better understanding of it. And I just don't have the time. I barely have the time to just fix bugs and do the cleanup, let alone play the damn thing. I did play InDev Plus, both the old version before portals and the new version with portals, and I can safely say that the portals are definitely better for in the long run for the gameplay. It's a lot more engaging and balanced. I've written programming languages before, damn. Transpiler turns one code into other code. Interesting. InfDev Plus could be right there alongside them. If it was its own game, I guess, maybe. Although, I still feel like it's too similar to Minecraft, because it does have a lot of the Minecraft DNA. The other games definitely do more of their own thing. InfDev Plus is pretty much just an extension of Minecraft. So, in a way, I think it would be better to keep it as a mod. Because otherwise, it's just way too similar to the base game. Mojang is shutting me down. Jeb is watching this like, grr, how dare he say my drop system is not working. Let's ban this guy. 3 new blocks and 1 new mob per year, so true. Actually, I saw a very funny comment on the InfDev Plus trailer, because that's been blowing up on YouTube as of late for some reason. One guy actually commented like, how can a single man do this and Mojang struggles to just copy-paste code? That's funny. Of course, I do know, yes, I know that Mojang are like, even though they're a big team, they're like, they have to manage Java and Bedrock for like 50 billion different platforms. And they have like the whole corporate layer that they have to deal with, the whole corporate layer of bullshit. But I still would have preferred like annual or even biannual big updates rather than just tiny updates more frequently. But that's just me. I think the main thing that pisses me off with Mojang is not just calling the devs lazy because they don't add enough. It's just that they refuse to change things, you know? Like, for example, the copper tools. They could have been so much more, but no, let's just make them an optional tier between stone and iron. Optional. Because they're terrified of changing the core progression of the game, even though it's been the same for over a decade, and it's honestly a little bit flawed. A lot of those games that I've mentioned, I don't know how Alumeria handles it, but for example, Vintage Story handles it completely differently, and it's a lot more engaging, in my opinion. I haven't played it, but I have seen parts of it, and it's a lot more involved. Mojang has been doing fine recently, in my opinion. I guess. I just don't care about the jobs. Quality of life is off the charts. Almost bug-free. Well, speak for Java. Java is bug-free. Bedrock, oh boy. I know they fixed a lot of the issues by now, but still, it took them way too long, first of all, to fix that. Especially for them treating Bedrock as the main version. And second of all, there's still plenty of other bugs that have been in the game since years. Like, Soybean, when he first played Bedrock Edition back in 2020, I think, or 2021 or whatever, he experienced those same bugs that still persist to this very day, like randomly dying, for example. That is unacceptable. So if you're talking purely about Java, then yes, Mojang is doing well. But overall, no, Bedrock is a shit show. And a lot of people share this sentiment as well about the jobs that they just feel lackluster. Like, I've seen plenty of comments on YouTube that say, oh, I would rather Mojang just do, like, big updates. Again. Less frequently, rather than these small droplets of content that... Like, that's another thing. By the time that one of these jobs has come out, they're already teasing the next one. Like, am I supposed to just enjoy... What am I supposed to do, Mojang? Am I supposed to enjoy the job you are about to release? Or am I supposed to be hyped about the next one? Like, it kind of kills the hype for the one that they're releasing at the moment, you know? That wasn't really a problem before when they were releasing the big updates. Because they released the big update, then it was basically silent, and they were just focusing on polishing things and fixing bugs for like half a year, and then they announced the next big update. I feel like that system worked a lot better, and it kind of shows because from what I've gathered, they've been having less and less monthly active users. And yet they're doubling down on this drop system like their life depends on it. I really don't get the corporate decision behind that. Is it just cheaper to produce like smaller updates more frequently than big updates? I don't know. Also, I've been exploring this cave for a while now and I haven't found a single diamond. I'm just wasting my diamond pickaxe here. Should have just taken a bunch of iron ones. Because now I have less diamonds to dupe. Okay, wait, there's a lot of messages. The devs are clearly very talented and passionate. Just look at the April Fool's updates. Yeah, I'm not denying that. If anything, the April Fool's updates actually pissed me off because it shows that they know what they're doing. They can make very fun systems, fun interactive systems. They just don't do that. Like, they don't do enough with the stuff that they add to the base game. Like, it almost feels like they're neglecting the base game. And I feel like it's all because of corporate. Like, that's my own explanation. I'm not saying that the devs are lazy. I'm not saying that they're stupid or that they lack talent. I'm just saying that they're limiting themselves. For God knows why. I don't even know why the reason for that is. My only guess is corporate. That it's Microsoft has something to do with it. Yeah, exactly as you said, the people who control them, in this case Microsoft, they're the ones who are limiting them. Sadly. I'm gonna tell you this now, the copper armor is so good compared to not having it. Like, I didn't expect copper armor to be that important, but it does so much. I wonder how good the copper armor in InfDev Plus is, because I replaced the weird studded experiment with the copper armor instead. Version is really helped by it. Bedrock is a different team put together by Microsoft. The Java team is the real team. I agree. Then why did everyone complain so much about the big updates? No one is ever happy. I don't know, dude. I think it's because, like, people complain about the big updates because they were expecting another Nether update, pretty much. And instead what we got was almost felt like drops. Like, the updates were... I feel like a big part of why people were complaining about that potato was the Caves and Cliffs split. That rubbed people the wrong way. And then when they announced the wild update, and then they were like, oh, we're not adding this... improved birch forest and the fireflies, that also pissed people off. So with all of these like mistakes, and Mojang are apparently all a bunch of snowflakes, and they're like, oh well, let's just do it this way then, because you hurt our feelings. Like, obviously I'm not saying that you should just go and like send death threats to them. Like, some people definitely took it too far, but at the same time, like, grow some balls. Just take criticism when it comes, you know? There are problems with the game that I feel like should be addressed. I mean, if the game was perfect, as some people make it out to be, then why are there so many alternatives by now? Like Alumeria or Vintage Story, or hell, even mods like InfDev Plus. There's like so many alternative Minecraft experiences, be it a full game or just a mod or a mod pack. There's supposed to be like X person's ideal version of the game. And in general, it feels like Mojang is trying to maybe turn the game more into like something like Roblox, you know, more like a game engine rather than a game itself. Because the base game feels neglected in many ways. I think it's cool that they're adding all the like data pack stuff and whatnot. It makes it easier to make, you know, mods and expansions easier than ever, but at the same time, they're neglecting the base game. And a lot of people don't really care about mods, believe it or not, or data packs or all that stuff. Most people just play vanilla, especially the casual people. I guess you could like have a counter argument to that states like, oh, then if that's like the majority of people, then why bother like changing the experience to make it more complicated? And that's a fair point, I guess, but I'm not saying like make the game work like Vintage Story where you have like this insanely complicated progression system and all that stuff that takes like 10 in-game days to get you iron or something. No, I'm just saying like smaller stuff. Like give stuff like archaeology, for example, more purpose than just, oh, decorative pots, yay. Like they're focusing too much on the builders and not enough on other player types. If they really want to make the game as accessible to everyone and like increase revenue and sales and all that stuff, they should focus on other stuff than just the building aspect. Because yeah, you might say the builders are the biggest, you know, part of the player base. Like most players just play the game to build, but what's wrong with like expanding on that? What's wrong with like catering to other player types? Again, it just makes sense. If you want to maximize profits, you want to make it as accessible to everyone. It is a hard balance to strike, I will admit, but jobs would be good if they were more frequent. But I will give credit where it's due. Java team has been going crazy with bug fixes and engine optimizations. That is true. Did you see the Bedrock versus Java patch notes? Java has this crazy cool and in-depth patch note with a blog and image and more, but then Bedrock, it's a blank page, unstructured on a different website. Both teams don't get the same treatment, yeah. Yeah, this is why, inevitably, when Java Edition gets canned, I'm just gonna stop following and caring about the game, because Bedrock is just... it's bad. I'm just gonna stick to mods and even like start playing some of these other games as well, like Alamiria and Vintage Story. Those two are top of my list. I don't really care much about Hytale, honestly. Never played Hypixel, never really knew about Hytale until recently. I just know that it's there, it exists, and people are excited about it, and that's pretty much it. Save up enough money to buy Mojang. We need to liberate the Java team, yes. If I buy Mojang, I'm going to... well, it's impossible because Microsoft owns them, but hypothetically, I would just turn the base game into NFF+. Oh, sugar. Oh, that's more cave that I've already explored. Huh. And I really just need diamonds, man. Come on. Oh, we have 20 more minutes. Hopefully we can find some diamonds in those 20 minutes. Okay, let me get the rest of this iron. At least I'm getting iron. I'm gonna need all this eventually. Windows Free Edition. If you become a god at Java and you move to Sweden, you can work at Mojang and then save Minecraft. Nah, I'm pretty sure that my decisions wouldn't matter at all. I mean, they have King Bee Dogs, for Christ's sake, the guy who made the Aether, and he is also the guy who made the Deep Dark, which is a really cool concept. But ever since then, like, it's been just... like, again, none of the additions they've made are bad or overly offensive. They're just forgettable, I guess. I don't know. Like, for example, take the creaking, for example. The creaking, once they made it farmable, it just killed the entire, like, point of it. Because it's supposed to be this creepy enemy that you're supposed to, like, avoid. And yeah, I get it. It definitely needed a use. That was like the main complaint when it was first announced, because it didn't really have a use. But then the best thing they could come up with is another decorative block and make it farmable? Like, really? You could have added like a cool item that like maybe makes you like the creaking, so if you stand still, you don't take any damage or something like that. But no, they just... see what I mean? Like, it's just... I don't know how much of it is just on a personal level that I just don't like care about the additions that they add, but I just feel like they could have done something different, something a bit more interesting or unique, something more than just a decorative block. Like we didn't have enough of those already. At least it's a unique one. At least it's like an orange, like a very bright orange. Technically you had honey, but it wasn't really usable in builds. Definitely better than the freaking blackstone and deep slate. Like, what's the point of that? They have, or tough, for example. Like, just looks ugly. I've barely even seen it in builds. That sounds OP. It would only work if you're not swinging your sword, potato. So if you stand completely still and not even attack, like if you attack, then it breaks the shield that you get. I don't know how useful that would be, but at least it's more interesting than just a freaking building block that a lot of players won't even bother using because it's kind of tedious to farm anyway. Mojang worries about the farm makers too much, yeah. Not everything needs to be farmable, exactly. That's literally one of my golden rules when developing my mod. That is why I made the spawners just go out after a while, so you have to relight them. Because I wanted to avoid making stuff easily farmable, you know? Happy Gas in multiplayer has given me so many funny moments with friends. Yeah, that's another thing. The Happy Gas is way too easy to get. Like, you can craft the goddamn thing. That's my biggest gripe. If you actually had to go to the Nether and find it, that would have been a lot more interesting. But I guess they made it craftable because, again, they have to consider multiplayer and all that stuff. But they could have made it so that it's only craftable in multiplayer to remedy that issue. And then for single player to make it not craftable, that you have to find it. Because it's single player, like the world is only for you. But that wouldn't have worked either because they have the open to LAN nonsense. So you can make any single player world multiplayer. But then if you do that, no, that doesn't really matter because you can just do that, and if you open it, then you can access the recipe. But then people just open to LAN to just access the recipe, and then people always complain. And it's too much to think about. I just want to play right now. That's enough with the philosophical Minecraft stuff. Can I please find just one more freaking vein of diamonds? I don't think I'm deep enough. But this cave doesn't go deep enough. Ugh. I use stuff for building ancient things. Well, you're the first person I've seen, Matt, who actually uses stuff. Happy Gas should have been able to shoot snowballs at the click of a button as a callback to the original fireball texture. That would have been cool, actually. Because the whole idea behind the Happy Gas is that it's like a cooled down gas, you know? That would have been actually, would have made sense. Speaking of which, that's something I did with the llamas recently. I made them shoot spit that actually does damage enemies, but it doesn't do a whole lot of damage and it has a slow recharge. But it's infinite projectiles. It's funny. See, that's the thing, like, I also add stuff just because I feel like it, because it's fun. But at least I try to think of some sort of a use for it, you know? To make it more unique from the other mounts. Because I was like, okay, I want to add llamas because I went llama tracking and llamas are really funny. They're really fascinating creatures. I want to add them to my mod. But I already have horses and camels. Horses are the fastest mount that you can have on land. Camels, on the other hand, are like the storage mount that you can use to, like, store things. It's like portable storage. How do I make llamas unique? Oh, let's make them have a ranged attack that you can use. Like infinite... Thank God I have armor. Oh my god. Like infinite projectiles, but to make it balanced, make it like have a cooldown and deal very little damage. So in actual combat, I tried using it. It's not very useful, but it can be useful to like finish things off, I guess, that are already on low health. Like things like that. But when Mojang added llamas, I don't think llamas do anything unique. All they do is they spit at you if you attack them, and that's it. And of course, my llamas do that as well. But if you like tame them, I don't think you can even ride them. You can just like leash them around. Like, what's the point? I think they can have storage maybe, but you still can't ride them. At that point, just get a mule, because a mule can be ridden, and it can also have storage. Let me catch up with chat. Sounds either OP or useless. That was just one of many ideas that they could have done, Potato. I'm just literally coming up with ideas on the spot. They're everywhere in the nether. Never had to craft it. They're everywhere in the biome. Yeah, but still, it's only one biome. You still have to find that one particular biome. I still think it's more challenging than just, oh, let me get inside the nether and literally get the stuff in a second and then craft it. Totally agree on what you've said about Minecraft shifting the vision. The problem is that they want more money, but most of the players already bought the game. They could have just made paid updates for the game. What I cannot deal with is that Mojang now creeps Minecraft with useless features and such. Yeah, like, that's what I've been ranting about. That feels like they could have made a lot more with the features that they've added. They could have done a lot more with them. Mojang sold each update for 25 cents. They'd make millions per update, yeah. That's stuff that not just the patterned? I think you mean patterned. Pattern think you change and expand the game, not just, wow, let's have 200 skins of zombies with 1 to 10 damage rate variation. It would be cool for players. Yeah. You can ride them, okay. I don't know why I thought that you couldn't ride them. You can't direct them. Oh, so it's basically like the pigs. That's hilarious. It's not like most people would be able to purchase. You can't control them though. Gotta use a lead to move them. Hello James, welcome back to the stream. The unique thing about llamas was supposed to be the caravans. 8 gas tiers you get in a second. It's 8 gas tiers? I thought it was just 1 gas tier surrounded by bones or something. If you lead 1 llama, the rest will follow, and you can make storage trains. Yeah, but... I still feel like it's a little bit... what's the word I'm looking for? Inconvenient. I never update if I had to pay. That's a lot of people, Potato. That's really not very useful now with the new lead mechanics, yeah. Yeah, that's another thing. They just make older features obsolete. Like the minecarts, for example. Even though that's a bit of an older example. 8 gas tiers surrounding a soul sand. I thought it was the opposite. I thought it was 1 gas tier surrounded by soul sand. Basically need the biome since that's where ghasts spawn. Wait, so ghasts only spawn in the soul sand valleys? I thought they spawned everywhere. That's kind of lame. They changed the recipe, okay. Because I swear I recall the recipe being like super cheap. Minecars were obsolete since horse update at least. Yeah, but even during the horse update, they still had some practical implications. I guess you could argue that you can still use them to transport villagers, but that's besides the point. Okay, let me... Oh wow, we actually only have 8 minutes left. I should start, like, leaving the cave soon. Sometimes in the wastes, but not often. Used to be 1 gas tier surrounded by bones. Aha, that's the recipe I remember. Okay, well, I'm glad they changed it at least. That's good. I still feel like it's kind of weird that you can craft it, but again, that's a band-aid fix for multiplayer, pretty much. Because otherwise, if the only way to obtain it was finding it, in multiplayer servers, people would just hoard them and then like try selling them for diamonds or something. So I can definitely understand why they made them craftable. I just still feel like it's a bit weird. But yeah, at least that's good. They did balance the recipe then. Because I thought they never changed the recipe. I thought it stayed just one gas tier surrounded by bones. Which is stupid. I think they spawn in the nether waste too. I still thought they spawned in all biomes. Osam Valley and nether wastes. They should update farming and or fishing, I agree. It's kind of nice you can find them back, I guess. Again, it's good that they at least made the recipe more expensive. That's good. Good job, Mojang. I'll give you the W this time. Okay, I'm gonna see what's... Oh, okay, there's nothing down here. Let's dig up. Let's get out of here. Because it's about time I end the stream already. Sadly, I couldn't find more diamonds, but oh well. There's more iron at any rate. But yeah, if I do end up duping stuff off camera in 624, I'm only gonna dupe the diamonds, because I've only found 13 of them anyway. Or 16, but I used 3 for a pickaxe like an idiot, even though I didn't need to. I should have just saved all of them. Oh well. So, we're gonna have 26 diamonds next time. You quit before I hit the jackpot. I have other stuff I need to do tonight. I can't just keep streaming. It's funny that the music disc drops when the gas dies to a fireball. That's the easy way of killing them. The disc should drop from melee kill only. I agree. I'm still not sure how to feel about the way you obtain the new discs. Feels kind of weird. And I especially don't like some of them, like Chicken Jockey. Like, what the hell? What is this? What is this Gen Alpha slop? I heard the music disc Robotnik. I did not like it at all. I think it sounds stupid because it has the gas sounds in it. Like, it makes sense, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, it just doesn't work, in my opinion. I miss when C418 was the music composer. The new ones aren't bad on their own, they just don't fit the style most of the time. Oh, crap. There's another cavelet here, but... I don't really care enough to explore this. We need to end it in 4 minutes. Sped up. Sounds better sped up. Interesting. I don't like that they're clearly trying to hide the C418 discs. They're still hard to get, and all these new discs by other artists are easier. Yeah, like they're disrespecting his work. He made the original music for the game. He defined what Minecraft music is, and now they're just treating him like dirt. Okay, we're right here. Excellent. Look at all these caves, by the way. There's so many caves here. That one lonely floating block. That's funny. Alright, let me organize my stuff, and then I'll do my outro. So get ready to say your goodbyes. We are ending on time this time. And next time we're gonna be building the castle, finally. This was a nice distraction, but we need to get back to work. God, I have all this coal and iron. Don't get me wrong, that's a good thing, but no diamonds. Man, diamonds are impossible to find in InfDev, I swear to God. Hey, Robotnik, you've played a lot of InfDev. Is this normal to have diamonds be so absurdly rare? I'm in positive chunks, by the way, keep that in mind, so... And they're still, like, really rare, apparently. I just can't find any of them. Just gonna make more furnaces with this cobble. Much less likely to accidentally get a creeper disc that requires deliberate knowledge on what to do. Yeah. I just came. Hello, Yoski. Yeah, you're very late. I started 2 hours ago. I only stream for 2 hours, when it comes to this game at least. I joined. They changed the main theme to another song. Oh my god. It's no longer the Minecraft song by C418. That's awful. Minecraft has lost all of its soul. You can find one vein, mine it. Yes, I know about that bug, Robotnik, and I deliberately did not do that. In fact, I do know that literally the chunk you spawn on has diamonds, because before, I think this version, ore veins were actually not tied to the seed. They were always in the same locations for every world. So you can technically get all the diamonds you're ever gonna need as early as 327 by just digging straight down, getting the diamonds, replacing them with stone, and reloading the world, and rinse and repeat. The only thing you would have to spend resources on is coal or wood to smelt the stone, and that's it. But I didn't do that because, again, I'm supposed to not use any glitches or exploits in this. It's supposed to be played completely fairly. But again, one-time dupe, kind of hard to pass this by. So I will perform this off camera, probably tomorrow or sometime throughout next week. Us being the same seed for every world is crazy, yeah. You don't get sign spawners, I'll cry. I probably will, because I will be exploring. Hopefully I can find some dungeons. I will be exploring in 625-2. Anyway, that's gonna be it for today, folks. It's 9 PM. And place a sign, you'll get them. Interesting. You will when you cry. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today. Next time, castle time. I can already picture how it's gonna look like. I'm gonna have a tower there, a tower there, a tower there. Again, I'm gonna try to use the natural landscape to my advantage here. We're gonna build the first wing of the castle, this one, and eventually we're gonna clear all of this out, dismount, and build the second wing here as well. So that's what we're gonna be doing next time. And I probably will only play 625-1, honestly. Because 625-2, I will be exploring, generating new chunks in that direction, I think. Yes, I'm pretty sure it's that direction. To find the dungeon. That's going to be the goal of 625-2. So, as a result, I think I will spend the entire stream in 625-1 next time. Because the castle will take a while to build, construct. So that does mean that in the new years we won't be in alpha, we'll still be in InfDev, but that's okay. But yeah, thank you all very much for watching. Still no front-facing camera. That's gonna be an alpha, I think. And have a good one. Bye-bye.